Hello, my name is Lillian Greenwood, and boy have I got a story for you. I live in Yorvik Stables, and it is hard to believe that just 2 years ago, Mistfall was the place I called home. Back then, my life was completely different. My great-grandpa Alfie started our horse taming business. He taught my grandpa, who taught my dad, who didn't teach me. You see, when I was born, my mom was happier than ever to have a child of her own. But my dad believed that only a man would have the strength to tame horses. He never had faith in me, and at that point, it was too late to have another child. After my parents divorced, I was determined to prove my dad that I was just as capable of being part of the business as he was. But the first time I told him, he put me on horse selling duty. It was so boring standing around, waiting for someone to buy a horse. Eventually, I started sneaking out to tame a horse or two. My father would always tame them in a tight arena, whacking them until they were disciplined. I rode into the wild of Mistfall. I could tell the horses felt more comfortable somewhere familiar where they used to roam free. I was used to being thrown off, and I didn't mind. I would be confused too if someone randomly started jumping onto my back. But with each time I fell, I got back on. I introduced the horses to new things. Eventually, they gained my trust and were ready to be sold. Watching someone ride off with one of the horses I trained was a great feeling. I never felt sad to see them go. I didn't really have a connection with any of them. At this point, I think you know what turn the story is going to take. But before I can tell you that, there is a little more you need to know. Yes, but I just wanted to help. I didn't mean to. Why do you think that only a man can do it? Why do you never support me? Sometimes I wish you would just go fall off a cliff and get out of my life.
Who is it? One second, I'm coming. Just hold on. Lily? How's my girl doing today? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Hello, Mom. It's about Dad.
Oh, well, what's he done this time?
The same thing. He's getting in my head, and I thought...
Wait, say no more. Your father is just full of himself. Don't let that get to you.
But for some reason, I feel like it is more than just Dad being full of himself.
Come now, let's sit and talk. Lily, do you think your father hates you?
Well, he certainly acts like he does. He doesn't care about anything I want. I can't believe he didn't let you send me to school. I could have actually made some friends who understand me.
I understand, but deep down, your father does love you, Lily, I promise. And I think I can convince him to stay here while you go sell horses. I won't let him bother you at all.
That would be great. Thanks, Mom. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Oh, anything for my lovely child. Good luck selling the horses.
Thanks. Bye. Love you. Okay, everyone, calm down. We have one horse for each of you. Who's selling that horse? What a beauty. Looks like he needs some work, though. Hello, I'm Lillian Greenwood. I was wondering if I could try out the horse you've got there.
Who? Winter? I'm Jessica, by the way. Winter is one heck of a handful. Even I can't work him.
Well, my father and I tame wild horses all the time. I bet he will be easy enough to train.
You tame horses? Ha! You're just a skinny girl. Winter needs a strong man to show him who's boss.
Well, at least let me try.
Alrighty then. Don't sue me if you end up in the hospital.
It's okay, Winter. Good boy. Meeting Winter was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Something about him drew me in. Not just because he was so beautiful, but almost like we were meant to be together. When I brought him home, my dad didn't even care. He was just glad I wasn't taming horses anymore. After I put him in his stall that very first night, a flame flickered to life inside of me. And for some reason, I could tell it ignited inside Winter too. On our first ride in Mistfall, I figured out Winter loved to run, and I loved it too. The wind blowing against my face, the feeling of freedom as we raced through the trees, it was wonderful. I also discovered something else about Winter. He was an incredible jumper. And that got me thinking. We both loved show jumping, but never expected to win. Of course, life doesn't always go according to plan. Before long, we were smashing records. We won every competition we entered. But we didn't love it for the fame and glory. We loved it because we were doing it together. The flame inside us burned brighter with each time we wrote. It roared inside us, connecting us to the point where we understood each other without words. My life had something missing, and that something was Winter. My best friend, my soulmate, and the lost piece of my heart. Life was perfect.